Sorry. So I'm Suzanne Reynders. I work at INRAE, and we have a team. In fact, I'm talking about the ORCaSa project, which is a Horizon Europe that was launched a year before the Soul Mission projects were asked for by the Commission. And we're a team, so Chloe is here with me as well in the room. Just to explain what we're doing. So ORCaSa is as I said, a Horizon Europe project that is meant to render completely operational a soil carbon international research consortium that is to live after the ORCaSa project. So we're setting up that consortium. And the idea is, of course, to support the Paris Agreement, the 4P initiative, international initiative, and that international network will raise awareness and knowledge sharing on soil carbon. So, of course, FairCarboN has a lot to bring to that international research consortium. And what we want also is to foster collaboration internationally. I was very surprised yesterday to see how many of the first set of projects had international connections. So I'm really pleased about that. So we're a small European consortium, very, very tight, but we have some international ambassadors. And well, we were officially launched last year in Madrid. So we have some background context. In fact, I didn't start from scratch. There was a previous project that Eric also mentioned this morning that was led by Jean-François Souzana, the ORCaSa project. And as I said, now we are at the moment within the development of that Soil Carbon International Research Consortium. As I said, it was launched last year during the European Mission Soil Week. And we have a co-constructed roadmap. So we are developing a number of services, but from the very beginning, we've been working with a number of stakeholders from all around the world. So we are really open to collaboration, and we are having, for each of the services we are developing developing those with other researchers, not just the nutshell that of ORCaSa. Just to show you, we were at COP28 last year. We worked with African partners in July in Africa. On the top left, you can see our annual meeting, where you can recognize also Pierre Barré. Same at the bottom left. And just to show you, I was also in Vietnam with a colleague from IRD. I know that there's a lot of colleagues from IRD in the room. As I said, we have regional node ambassadors. So for Northern America, Colorado State University with Amy Swan, a colleague of Keith Postian that was also mentioned, was one of the two frameworks that were that Eric mentioned this morning, but also Embrapa in Brazil. We have an ambassador in Africa, Wole Fatundi, and two at CSIRO, Ben Senani and Ben McDonald. We've set in place the governance, so we are mainly research-oriented, whereas the 4P initiative is the more political initiative. And therefore, we have decided to work with them and share our scientific committee. And we've set in place a steering committee that is supposed to help us developing the three main services we are having. At the moment, we have 101 signatories of our letter of intent. We welcome individual experts, so individual researchers that want to be informed of what we're doing, of all the workshops we're organizing to develop those services are welcome to participate, and of course representatives of their organizations. This is the steering committee. So as you can see, we have a steering committee with very high-level personalities like well, Jean-François Susanna, but also Paul Lu, Deborah Bosio, Natalia Rodriguez, Bruno Basso, another American researcher. So just to let you know, and we have someone from the European Commission, from DG Klima, with Christian Holzleiter, who is leading that CRCF regulation at European level. That's a picture of our first steering committee, just to let you know. I can't go, doesn't work anymore. Oh yeah. So we are having 3 main services in preparation. One of them you've heard about already partially this morning through the presentation of Eric Sechia. It's an internationally harmonized MRV framework. So we're coming from the ORCaSa and Pete Smith's paper. We're starting from that. And at the moment, we are working on a cookbook. He mentioned all the ingredients for an MRV framework. We are trying to write the recipe at the moment. And for that, we held 2 workshops ahead end of April. We have developed an Impact for Soil platform. This is a knowledge platform to drive cooperation. I will have some more slides. And we are trying to develop also, as mentioned by Claire, a strategic research and innovation agenda. Again, we didn't start from scratch. We had the agricultural soil strategic research and innovation agenda from ORCaSa, and we are enlarging it to other soil types, and with a focus also on what are the needs internationally. And we're working with ANR, the French funding agency, so that they can work also with other funding agencies, so that later on we can launch common calls and exchanges. So how to collaborate with us? Well, for the MRV framework, you may want to share your experience on how to monitor, report and verify soil common stock changes through those papers. So we encourage international collaboration and build that network. For the Impact for Soil platform, you can make your projects visible on the platform and also the network of collaborators that you have. And you can valorize also data. We've heard a lot about data, which are essential for doing research. So the Soilwise project is working on that, and I know that Antonio is also implicated in that, as well as Claire. And we are really keen to valorize the dataverses that you're defining. And for the strategic research and innovation agenda, well, you can also contribute to that. When it comes to the MRV framework, I'll be very quick. As I said, we have had some webinars already, a cookbook in preparation for the Impact for Soil platform. It has been launched during the IUSS meeting in Florence in May. So this has been co-developed with INRAE, with CIRAD, and also with Visuality. But the content is doesn't work. So we have mainly 5 modules: one on geospatial data, another one on scientific evidence, practices, networks. And just to show you the type of result we are showcasing, we are not reinventing the wheel, but we are using existing information and making links and making this very lively. So we have a presentation of that, 38 seconds. And that's about the strategic agenda. Just to show you that our colleagues, Delphine Dorien, who is in another project, ASSO, is participating and leading that part. And just to show you that we've been present at different communication, at different conferences and networks, and we are preparing something for the next June in Brazil with our regional node in Brazil and with the 4per initiative. And we had, importantly, a policy workshop where Pierre and Claire were there as well, on those MRV topics, with a number of examples from Australia, from Northern America, with public and private schemes, so that we could... C'est pénible, hein? And just to let you know, maybe you're not aware of that, but this is a very important event next March, from the 5th to the 4th to the 5th. There is a carbon farming summit in Dublin, and we have submitted 5 propositions. 2 of them being already accepted. That's about the Latin American Soil Carbon Research Symposium we're organizing. And I have just one question for that. So this is just the program. And we're looking for keynote speakers on soil and biodiversity. The topic has been already discussed. But also on what the importance of traditional knowledge on soil. So if some of you may help me for that, they're very welcome. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much indeed. Suzanne, sit down. Sit down. Right, we have a few minutes if you'd like. I have a question. All these dates you've just given us and these things, can we find them somewhere on a website or something? Do you have... Well, that was the thing to say, that's where we can find all these things.
Yeah, we have a website for ORCaSa, but we are also developing the Soil Carbon RSC website. And on the website, you can find the deliverables I mentioned already, and you can, access us very easily.
What is the website? ORCaSa?
ORCaSa... I can't remember, .eu. I think it was there you have it.
There we are. ORCaSa IRC slash how do you say no, it's not
tiret.
Tiret. Comment on dit ça, tiret en anglais? Dash.
Yeah, dash ORCaSa.eu.
IRC, I can't do this in English anymore. IRC-ORCaSa.eu.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.